Yo, what's going on, guys? It is JD here, back with another episode of the No Money Spent Road to Glory, episode number 200. What a milestone to hit. We're only in mid-February and we are 200 episodes deep, which is insane. Obviously, a massive shout out to everyone who has supported throughout the entirety of the 200 episodes. When I first started this, I think I was getting like 100 to 200 views on average, I'd say, and now it's between 2 and 3,000 on average, which is absolutely insane. So massive shout out to you guys. Now, one thing to say from yesterday's video, I did say today was going to be the game against DBG. That's actually been rescheduled now for tomorrow. So I'm sorry, but you guys are going to have to wait one more day for that rematch against DBG. But it will be coming tomorrow. Fingers crossed if everything falls into place, which it hopefully should. So one more day to build the anticipation for that match. So it's not going to be the big one for episode 200. It will be in episode 201. Fingers crossed. So for today, what are we going to do? Well, we've got these Series 2 Prime packs. We've got an Opal KD. We've got some pink diamonds in packs as well. Klay Thompson and Russell Westbrook. So we're going to take a look at them. There's a couple of diamonds as well, and I think a ruby. So we will take a look at those guys. And then we're just going to have a little bit of a discussion about all the investments I've made, whether or not they're a good idea, and whether or not it's just time to just sell up everything. And now we're at a point where they're just releasing such good cards. There's no real point in having anything invested, but we will talk about that in a bit. We've also got the comments from yesterday to go through as well. So let's jump into it. The limited time event today is decent, but also pretty trash. So let me explain why. 2 free tokens after every challenge win. Now that would usually be a massive W, but the Moments Challenge still has an area code? An error code. The Spotlight challenges haven't been updated for quite some time. So the only thing to do is weekly challenges, which also haven't been updated for quite some time. And really, nobody wants to be playing weekly challenges now because there's no point in evoing up cards. Unless you're trying to make MT, there's no point in actually doing them, especially if they are untradeable, because you can just buy better cards off the auction house. So we've got a locker code here. Who is your favourite player from the new Prime KD release? Klay Thompson, Westbrook, KD, or LaMarcus Aldridge? We'll just say KD. I've seen the stats. It is a stupidly good card. So we get another 2 tokens there. We're over 2,100 now. So we are absolutely flying. Again, most used cards by the 2K community. I struggle to see how Ben Simmons can be in there twice, but fair enough. And I struggle to believe that Ruby Derrick Rose is still the most used card. But the thing is, Ruby Derrick Rose and then a pink diamond Kareem. I don't know about that one, Chief. I can't even get my words out. So moving down to the agenda, and we have a basketball in our daily agenda. That's insane. So the camouflage ball. Do I already have that? If I don't, I'm definitely going to get that done. So we actually don't. So the camouflage ball will go into the bottom right here. That is awesome. So that is the first time in so long we've had a ball as the daily award. So definitely going to play a domination game tonight, and I will get that one done. We'll also get this one done as well. So we'll get actually 3 players, and then 5 players. So we can get all 3 of these done in one game. So we're going to get a bonus 1,500 MT and the camouflage ball. Not bad at all. You really do like to see that as the first time, like I said, in so long. I think since literally like the first weeks of the game. So I'm definitely going to get that done. And that'll be the camouflage ball added to the collection as we go slowly on towards getting the fire ball. So we move on. I haven't actually played the game at all since, obviously, yesterday we hit the pink diamond Serge Ibaka. We hit 500 wins. We hit halfway in Triple Threat Offline. And now there's just not really any motivation to actually keep going. Multiplayer challenges still haven't been updated. Now, Robbie at Two Bros Gaming, I did actually message him on Twitter, and I said, what is going on with the game at the moment? There's nothing to do, basically. And he said they are aware of this, and apparently this week, so hopefully tomorrow, when they would usually drop these challenges, they're going to make up for it and some. And that was his direct words. So hopefully that means there's at least going to be some moment challenges, and I guess that's all it's going to be, because chances are they're not going to add in some more multiplayer challenges at this point in the game, but we can be hopeful. So we move on to the auction house. Haven't even bought or sold anything. We've still got all of our investments down here. We will take a quick little price check on some of these guys, because now, finally, the flash packs have gone. The All-Star packs are still there for another 20 hours, even though Giannis and CP3 and Kawhi are there for another 8 days. So that doesn't really make any sense, but it is 2K, so what do you expect? So yeah, flash packs have finally gone, which means hopefully their prices will now start to increase. So diamond contracts, first of all, picked up for, like 15k, and it still looks like they're about the same. That's pretty trash. Chauncey Billups we picked up for 3,500 MT. Very, very good card for the diamond level for that price as well. A very nice card. Let's take a look what he is selling for at the moment. Is he over 5k just yet? Not quite yet, but hopefully he will be in the next coming days. We'll put this down just under 5k, and there's not too many of them up, to be fair, so he has creeped up a little bit, which is good. And then also Steve Nash, just take a quick look at his price at the pink diamond level. Picked him up for like 15k-ish. That one didn't sell at 17k. So let's take a look and see if he's gone up. Hopefully, like I said, these guys should go up in price considerably. Chauncey Billups, I can see hitting 10k, and Steve Nash, I can easily see going over 20k, because it's point guard with 27 Hall of Fame badges. That's 98 rated. I don't know what is going on with the cards this year. So, first things first, before we get into the actual players today, let's just talk about these collection rewards. So, I know that a lot of people have actually gone for these rewards throughout the year, and obviously you can't even get these final 2 cards. They're not attainable just yet. Sabonis only became attainable last week, and even that was just if you had like every card possible in the game. So the majority, and I mean the severe majority of players, do not have this card and are not even close to getting this card. And like I said, these two aren't even attainable just yet. But we've already got cards that are better than these out there now. We've got the Galaxy Opal MJ and the Galaxy Opal Vince Carter, who, granted, they don't have the same stats and badges as D Wade, but they're not far off. And then today they've dropped this Galaxy Opal KD, who is just absolutely ridiculous. We are talking, I think he's got 38 Hall of Fame badges. I think he's got a total of 64 badges, and I think he's only got 9 stats under 90. 9 stats under 90. It's just ridiculous. So the fact that he's in packs already, and we're not even into March, shows that these cards, in my opinion, are already just useless and out of date. I mean, they're not useless, but they're out of date already, because for the amount of MT you're going to have to spend to get these cards, it is not worth it in the slightest, when you can pick up a similar card off the auction house for a considerably cheaper price. So 2K have just messed it up so badly this year. It's not even going to be impressive when someone gets this AD. I think this AD has 34 Hall of Fame badges, so they're already dropping cards with more badges than what is meant to be a complete endgame card, you know, GOAT level for the collector there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not too happy about this. So if you guys are going for these cards, let me know what level you're up to. And obviously that is without even mentioning how bad Jalen Rose and Scottie Pippen are. Scottie Pippen, as a Galaxy Opal, when you've evoed him, gets 9 Hall of Fame badges, I believe. And then Jalen Rose, as everybody knows, is a pink diamond with no Hall of Fame badges. When I think the Ruby card they've released today has 7 or something like that. So yeah, I don't know. The game cycle is all over the place at the moment. It is hard to know what is happening with it. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the new players from today before we get into looking at my investments. So, like I said, we've got the Galaxy Opal KD. Has it affected the price of D Wade? No, it hasn't. He's 150k, and Porzingis comes in at still under 200k. So, KD, Galaxy Opal, like I said, 38. Wow, that is expansive, isn't it? My God. 38 Hall of Fame badges, 26 gold badges. In total, 64 gold badges. I believe there's only 10 badges he doesn't have in the game. I think there's 74 in the game. Correct me if I am wrong. But as you would expect, he comes with basically, I'm not even going to go through them because it's just every good badge in the game is on this card. The only ones he doesn't have are things like Steady Shooter, which you don't want him to have anyway. Things like Flashy Passer, which are useless. Things like Pick and Popper he doesn't have, I don't believe. And like things like, I think Back Down Punisher as well, he might not have. But he has, of course, got all of the cards, all of the badges that you want him to have. Alright, so moving on to his stats, we will compare him to Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom's a similar player, obviously both pretty tall, 6'9" versus 6'10". So KD comes in with a post game, of course, 92 post fade. That is very nice. Mid range 3-pointer at 97, driving dunks at 90. Everything is just high to mid 90s. Interior D is actually a bit lower than Lamar Odom, so is the rebounding. But speed wise, 95 speed. We've got 96 lateral quickness. And the mental stats all in the 90s as well. It is such a good card. And like I said, with the badges he's got, like, we're in mid-February. The cards are just too good at this point in the game. Like, there's going to be the point where it comes in, like, May or June where they're just dropping cards with, like, 50 Hall of Fame badges, like the D Wade. So there's no point in actually collecting for that D Wade because they're going to be auctionable cards at that same level if they're already dropping cards. Multiple cards, let's not forget. Because we've got the Vince with 37, we've got the MJ with 38, and now another KD with 38. And while we're here, we'll just take a quick look at Vince's price. It is still around the same, about 250k, which isn't bad at all. Now, before we get on to the next couple of players, 2K have just dropped a locker code whilst I am recording this video, and it is just All-Star Thanks Community. I'm not entirely sure what pack it is for, but we shall have a look. I imagine it's either a Moments pack or a Flash pack. So let's have a look. Thanks, and then Community. So if we can pull something good out of this, that would be great. But as our luck has been with these locker code packs throughout the year, I'm not hoping or not expecting to get anything. I'm definitely hoping for it. So it is either one or the other. And there's actually one spot for the flash pack. So chances are pretty guaranteed that we're going to get to the All-Star Moments pack, which isn't bad, I guess. But I would much rather have a chance of getting Galaxy Opal Vince or MJ out of a pack. But if it is the All-Star Moments, we can still get the Kawhi, Giannis, or who is the other one? Kawhi, Giannis, or I've literally looked over him a minute ago and I've completely forgotten who it is. Anyway, we are going to, I thought we might get the flashback there, but it doesn't look like we're going to. We're just going to keep going. Oh my god. Okay, we've got a couple of tokens. That's not bad. I'm not going to complain about that. And we do get the Moments pack. CP3, that's the other player that it could be. How did I forget him? I don't know. But anyway, it could be either of those three, so fingers crossed it is. Who are we going to get out of this free pack? We are going to get a Sapphire, Nikola Vucevic. There we go. It is Series 2 player, to be fair, so as a card that I don't have in my club. No idea what the Series 2 players are going for at the moment. Probably not much. Now, when they first came out, they were going for a lot, but now they're going for absolutely nothing. So nothing to write home about just there. But there we go, guys. That is a locker code that you can put in today for a free pack. And free packs are the best packs because they are the only packs we actually open up on this account. Everything else there can stay, so that's fine. And let's go on to the other players from this set. So now there are 3 out of the 5 players that you need for this mystery player. But realistically, is it worth locking in all these guys? Not at all, because this D Wade is going to be outdated. Porzingis is probably going to be outdated, and KD is going to be the only one that's going to be relevant. So I don't know, it's just all over the place at the moment. So we're going to move on to the VIP players. So first of all, we have a Pink Diamond Klay Thompson, not selling for too much, about 200k. 23 Hall of Fame and 17 gold badges. Obviously, he's going to have all of the shooting and all of the defensive badges. And in terms of his stats, we can, of course, compare him to Brandon Roy or Vince Carter. We'll compare him to Vince Carter right here. Vince has got the driving and the post-game. Klay's obviously got the shooting, but it's very marginal. Vince has the dunking. Vince has the ball handling. Defensively, a little bit to Klay, but not really too much in it. Rebounding goes to Vince. Athleticism goes to Vince. Klay Thompson, not looking too good when you compare him to a Galaxy Opal. But obviously, Klay Thompson is going to be a fantastic card. Going to be a great shooter. He's got a really nice release, but I can definitely see why he's only selling for 200k. And the fact that I've just said all of those things about this Klay Thompson in mid-February, the fact that he's going for 200k, and I think that's a fair price for him, and he's obviously going to come down from that as well. It's just ridiculous. Like, these cards shouldn't be attainable at the moment. It just should not be a thing. We've got Westbrook, Pink Diamond, 98 rated, not even selling for 200k, and his price will definitely be coming down. He'll probably be a buyout by the end of the night. He might even be a buyout at the moment. But anyway, he comes in with 24 Hall of Fame badges, including, I've seen, Hall of Fame range extender, because they just give that to everyone at the moment. 28 gold badges and 2 silver badges. Why does he have 2 badges that are silver? Handles for days, really? Only at silver? That is harsh. Anyway, in terms of his stats, we'll compare him to this Steve Nash. Driving layout's pretty much the same. Post-game goes to Russ, but still not great in the 70s. Shooting a little bit to Steve Nash. Dunking obviously goes to Russ. Passing goes to Nash. Defensively goes to Westbrook a little bit. Interior doesn't really matter. Rebounding, plus 48 on the defensive. And then, of course, speed and strength goes to Westbrook. But still very comparable to Steve Nash, who costs like 15,000 MT, and this Westbrook's obviously going to be a little bit more expensive than that. But like I said, I can imagine he's probably already a buyout. It really wouldn't surprise me if he is. And if he isn't, then he will be very soon. But there we go. That is not the right Westbrook card. We want the Prime VIP one. Prime VIP Series 2. And there we go. Already a buy now. And probably down at like 70k, if that. The values of cards this year are just so off. It is hard to believe. Imagine pulling, going for packs, pulling a 98 rated Westbrook in the first 4 hours of it coming out, and you still are not going to get over 100,000 MT. So it looks like he is bang on 100k still. There we go. The first one up there is at 95,000 MT, but you better believe he is going to come flying down in price, especially when we put it at 100k. I'm sure there was loads of them up at the 100k mark. There is, so for some reason people are just picking him up if he is going under 95,000 MT, but you can see how many there are already at a buy now. So he is going to be so cheap. So again, it just shouldn't be a case at March or mid-January. What am I on about? Mid-February, not even in March, that you can get a Westbrook 98 rated with Hall of Fame range extender for a buyout, and it's going to be a cheap buyout in the next couple of days as well. So that is just all over the place. The Shaq that we sold off still has his value, fair enough. And then the next player up is a Diamond LaMarcus Aldridge and a Diamond card with 22 Hall of Fame badges. the cards this year are just getting stupider and stupider. So we'll compare him to Serge Ibaka. Why not? Completely outdated. So bear in mind, Serge Ibaka, 500 wins of triple threat offline. LaMarcus Aldridge, probably going to be 20k, if that. So let's compare these two guys. 22 Hall of Fame against 3. And again, they've given him Hall of Fame range extender because why not? Everyone apparently deserves to have that badge. He's got some other good badges. Did he have Hall of Fame Intimidator? No, he doesn't, so he's not going to be an elite level defender. But in terms of his stats, post-game is obviously incredible. So is his shooting. Driving dunk 75, not great. Little bit of ball control. Defensively, 84 block, 90 interior D. Isn't bad, but he is pretty slow. 69 lateral quickness, 73 speed, and 37 perimeter D. So if he does get switched out to the outside, it's not going to be a good time. And of course, if you play him at the power forward position, you can be coming up against people like Giannis or Ben Simmons, and they can drag you out to the perimeter, and yeah, you're not going to be having a fun time at all. But for a budget card, and he will be a budget card, believe me guys, he will be a budget card. Let's take a look at his price already. And like I said, I'm recording this within the first 4 hours, so these cards that are first coming up, they are the first ones put up on the auction house, so they are showing how cheap these cards are. So he is a little bit over 25k at the moment, but of course they're going to come down in price. 30k already, so I wasn't far off saying 25k. So yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge is going to be very, very cheap indeed. And then I think there were 2 more players, and Reggie Jackson was one of them. So wow, what am I saying? A point guard, Amethyst, for the Thunder, coming in with 10 Hall of Fame badges. Again, some pretty nice badges, some good gold badges as well. They didn't actually give... Oh, no, they did give him range extender, because why not? But his stats come in. 95 at a driving layup, 93 mid, 86 3 ball, little bit of a driving dunk, really good passing, really nice perimeter D, and really nice speed. It's the same that we're seeing on every single card that is being released this year. And again, I can't stress this enough, we're in mid-February. We have got another 3-4 months of this. I can't do it in my head, but we've got another good couple of months of this, and cards are already they're just too much. And then we've got a Jeff Green, like I said, a Ruby card with 7 Hall of Fame badges. Jalen Rose with none, just to remind you guys of that one. But anyway, we come in 7 Hall of Fame badges. Got some decent ones, quick first step and contact finisher. It's got some nice gold badges. Did they give him range extender as well? They actually didn't. So they actually held back giving Jeff Green that. But we compare him to Maurice Lucas, sure, why not? 96 driving out, very nice. Pretty good shooting, really nice driving dunk. He can speed boost, really nice interior and perimeter D, and incredible speed. Like, again, it's just another great card. I'm just not going to compare him to him. Compared to the Aaron Gordon, who comes in as a pink diamond, of course. A little bit in favour of Aaron Gordon, obviously. Defensively goes to Aaron Gordon and rebounding as well. But other than that, he's pretty comparable, and that is just insane to say. That shows how good these cards are becoming. Obviously, you are paying for the pink diamond for the extra Hall of Fame badges, but as a budget card, this guy is going to be fantastic. 6'9" at the small forward position is going to be absolutely killer. So, from the cards today, a couple of really nice budget options. Jeff Green, Reggie Jackson, and LaMarcus Aldridge. And then realistically, Westbrook's going to be a budget option as well. And to be fair, this Klay Thompson, he's probably going to be a buyout as well, which is insane. Obviously, KD is going to keep his value. But, I mean, you see the prices that a Galaxy Opal MJ is selling for. 300k. So KD's not going to be much more expensive than MJ. Obviously, he's a little bit more desirable because of his height. But he's not going to be much more than 300k. And we've got Vince Carter's here, ending for just over 200k. The game this year is just all over the place. So, we're going to talk about my investments at the moment. So, of course, I do still have the legacy ones, which I am going to keep hold of. I'm pretty happy with keeping those locked in, or not locked in, but ready to be locked in for when they do update the token market. But what is the point of the token market? I think I said it yesterday. Oh, get off this. I don't want to buy VC. Get out of here, 2K. Get out of here. Can we go down here? Yes, we can. So, what is the point of this token market? So, Penny Hardaway. You can buy a Russell Westbrook, 98 rated, with more Hall of Fame badges, and he's going to be like 30k, 40k, 50k. What's the point? Grant Hill, you can buy a Galaxy Opal KD off the market for a couple 100,000 MT, who is significantly better than Grant Hill. Tony Parker, again, Russell Westbrook is out there. David Robinson is still the only one that you can argue is worth it, but even he comes with some drawbacks. He's got the steady shooter badge, which nobody wants on their cards. But other than that, he is still, of course, a very good centre. Right, other than that, our investments have got moments of the week, 7, 8, and 9, which again, just going to hold on to for the values of the tokens. Other than that, we have got a Diamond Giannis down here, which we are just going to wait until he eventually, hopefully, goes up in price a little bit, because he has been in the weekly wheel spin for the past 2 weeks. But it is still a fantastic card. It's still a Giannis card that is going to be very useful throughout the year. Moving on, we've got Lamar Odom, who I'm going to keep hold of. We've got Hedo Turkoglu, who I'm also going to keep hold of. Got the Marc Gasol, who I do need to finish evoing up, but I just have absolutely no motivation to do so. We've got an Anton Walker there, just who's in the squad. And then, of course, we've got these Billups and Nash. And we do have Miles Bridges, who I forgot about. Let's take a look at his price. So I bought him for under 15k, I believe, for each card. And it looks like he is still around the same price, which is just insane. And if their prices don't go up in the next couple of weeks, I'm just going to sell up everything, and that is going to be me done for investing for the rest of the year, because it just goes to show nothing is going to hold its value, because literally after a week the cards are outdated, which is incredible to think. But that is just a way that 2K have taken things this year. All right, moving on to the squad. So, of course, this is the day before now that we're going to be playing DBG, so I have moved around the squad quite a little bit. So, as you can see, we are now having Vince Carter as a starting shooting guard. We've moved Brandon Roy down to the bench. We've got Aaron Gordon in at the starting small forward position. We've got Lamar Odom back in at the starting small forward position. And we've got Ben Simmons here, who I am not too keen on having in here, realistically, because I know DBG will just sag off him if I run with someone who cannot shoot the ball. So, probably going to move, how tall is Brandon Roy? 6'6", isn't he? Okay, so we'll move Brandon Roy to the backup small forward position, Buddy Hield to the backup shooting guard position, and then we'll have Lamar Odom in there for a little bit of height, because we are going to be a little bit undersized with this lineup, but we should be okay. So I think this is now the squad that I'm going to be running with, because now we cover all positions from these last three players right here. So I definitely did listen to the majority of your guys' comments. The majority of you said to get Buddy Hield on the bench. The majority of you said not to have Brandon Roy and Vince Carter starting together. The majority of you said to bring Lamar Odom back into it. So I've listened to all those comments. So the only thing now that I would be considering is moving Ben Simmons out for Hedo Turkoglu. Of course, both play the same positions. We have a look at the stats. Ben Simmons has the driving layup and the post game, but post game neither here nor there. Hedo Turkoglu obviously has the shooting. They can both speed boost. Defensively goes to Ben Simmons a little bit. Rebounding goes to Simmons, and speed goes to Simmons as well. So it is all about whether or not I actually need or want that extra shooting that Hedo Turkoglu brings. So let me know down below what I should do about those players. But other than that, I think I'm pretty happy with how it's looking at the moment. A couple of you guys did say about Chauncey Billups not being great, but realistically, I don't really have anyone that I can take him out for. We do have the Steve Nash, but the fact he can't dunk kind of does put me off him, because I do like my players to be able to actually dunk it. But other than that, Steve Nash is the better player, although defensively, Chauncey Billups is a little bit stronger down there, and obviously he can dunk, so that's why I've got him in there. Stephen Marbury is still a good card, obviously, and he does actually have the 90 driving dunk. So yeah, actually looking at this, I think we're definitely going to bring in Stephen Marbury off the bench. Stamina is a problem with him, but hopefully Jeremy Lin can just carry us, and of course we do have a third string point guard in Donovan Mitchell off the bench at that 11th man position. So let me know for tomorrow what to do with my squad, because yeah, tomorrow is going to be the big game. So let's get into some comments from yesterday's video. So like I said, we had plenty of people saying to put Buddy Hield into the squad and then move Donovan Mitchell down to that 13th man. And also had a comment here from Noser who says, switch Donovan Mitchell with Lance Stevenson. I've played with Donovan so much and he's a full white central. Trust me, Lance Stevenson is just as good on offense. In my opinion, he is better. So if we just go ahead and compare Lance Stevenson. Now, the only problem with doing this would be that I don't have a third string point guard, because obviously the positions are different on these two cards. Lance Stevenson is a god tier card. Let's not get it twisted. He is fantastic. So very similar shooting, very similar driving. He's got the passing over Donovan Mitchell. He's obviously got the defense, but rebounding is big. And he of course does come with Hall of Fame rebound chaser, and he does grab boards. Even though he's 6'5", he does grab those rebounds. So what to do, I am not too sure on that one. So let me know down below if there is a way to get Lance Stevenson into this squad, and like I said, maybe Hedo Turkoglu as well. But yeah, that was definitely one of the comments. The majority of you I have listened to, though, with replacing Buddy Hield with Donovan Mitchell. All right, next up into the comments, Ice-D says, should I pick up Kristaps and Pink Diamond AD? If you're going to pick up one of the two, I would definitely recommend going for AD. I don't even think he is too expensive. He's still about 250k, but that is with a Diamond Shoe and a Diamond Contract. Obviously a fantastic card. But you think 200k can get you a Galaxy Opal. Like, you can get Galaxy Opal Vince for 200k. Like, it's ridiculous. Obviously, you might not need that position, but it just goes to show how much these prices are just all over the place at the moment. But out of the two of them, I would definitely go for AD. Obviously, Porzingis is a very good card still, but he does have the Diamond, which is significantly cheaper and not much worse either. All right, next up, Ben Pinchak says, I've spent no money and I've built up to 1 million MT. Should I buy Pink Diamond LeBron, or point guard LeBron? So well done on getting to a mil. Point guard LeBron coming in about 400k, so still really damn expensive, but it is to be expected. A point guard LeBron with 28 Hall of Fame badges, you cannot go wrong really. If you want to ball out and you've really saved up for that card, just go for it. You can run with him until the end of the year, that is for sure, because that is such a good card. All right, next up into the comments we go. Just a lot of you guys saying to take Luke Shaw. Wow, that's football. Donovan Mitchell out of the squad, which we have done. We've taken him down to the third string point guard position. Next up, Junior 2. Do you think the current Series 2 Luka Doncic is a good card? Current Series 2 Luka Doncic is a diamond card. Do I think it's a good card? No, he's got 2 Hall of Fame badges. He's got a nice driving layup, nice shooting, average dunking, nice ball control, bad defense, and pretty average speed. No, it's not a good card. For this same price, if he is actually selling for 15k, you can genuinely get a Miles Bridges who is so much better. It's not even a comparison. It's not even close. So definitely go ahead and pick up one of the Moments cards. These Series 2 cards are just so inflated in value because they're looking for tokens. But tokens shouldn't be worth anything because they're not worth anything. Like, there's no point in getting any of these cards from the auction house, so from the reward market. So yeah, things are all over the place, it has to be said. And the last comment of the day, Fantasy King, why does the vault never open on Triple Threat offline? Is it not supposed to open when you get a win? I've gotten it on a red light, promise 40 out of 50 wins. I just got this game this weekend. Also, I need help on how to win the comps. Kick my ass on every other game. What videos should I search? So Bio2K has a lot of 12-0 videos, a lot of offensive settings, defensive settings, best ways to wins, etc. So definitely go out and check his stuff. But in terms of Triple Threat offline, it's not guaranteed to open every time. Sometimes you can go 10 games without it opening, where it might open once in 10 games, or other times you can go where it'll open 3 times out of 5 games. It is completely random. There's no real rhyme or reason up to it. I would say on average it should open every 4 or so games. So yeah, if you've only got it as open 10 times out of 50 games, that is kind of on par. That is kind of on average, which isn't great, obviously, especially when the rewards you're actually getting are really bad anyway. Ben Simmons that everyone's got, 1 token that no one cares about, 10 tokens that realistically no one cares about, 2,500 MT which no one cares about, Zion Williamson, which has been in a locker code and in the vault already for quite some time, and then a pack. So yeah, I don't know. It's not great at the moment. Definitely wouldn't recommend going into it. So for tomorrow, I'm definitely going to have this ball added to the collection. And yeah, let me know what to do with the squad for tomorrow's big game against DVG. I'm sorry I've kept you guys waiting, but it's just building up that suspense a little bit more. So that's going to be it for episode 200. Like I said at the beginning, thank you so much for the support through 200 episodes. That is insane. I don't know how many we're going to hit by the end of the year, but hopefully you guys will be with me to see how many we get to. So as usual, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.